Hi everyone, this is Dave from DailyTechTV and welcome to the Q&A session for Tuesday 31st of May 2011. In this video I'm going to be answering questions on my iPad here that I received in my last video, and also questions that you sent me via my iPhone application. Now if you want to get in touch and have your tech question answered in the next Q&A, which will be in 2 weeks time, simply leave a comment on this video, send me a question via my iPhone app, or send an email to geekanoids@gmail.com with Q&A session in the subject line. So on with the questions for this month. XX Hardcore XX Gamer XX asked, why is the volume so low? And he's referring to my last video. I tried to adjust the audio levels a little bit in the last video because I was getting a few emails from viewers saying that the audio peaks were too high. With this video, hopefully I've got it sort of spot on. I'm going to be adjusting the audio levels slightly up again, but your feedback is always welcome, so thank you very much for bringing that to my attention. The next question is from E. Cartman 12. Great Q&A, Dave. Thank you very much. Did you order your iPad 2 from Apple's website, or did you get it from someone else? Well, this current iPad that I'm using now, it's the white iPad. I actually got it from Argos in the UK. I did initially order my second iPad 2 from Apple, but there was about a 2 to 3 week wait, and I managed to find them in stock at Argos. So that's where I got my current iPad 2 from. Next question is from Chakra Canon 97. Great video, Dave. Again, thank you. For PCs, what brand do you think is most reliable? My mum just bought a Vio and my mum loves it, so what's your opinion? Keep up the great work, by the way. Well, reliability stakes is a bit of a sensitive subject to talk about. My opinion really is that every computer is going to go wrong at some stage, so it's more of what company is going to offer you the best quality of customer service, not necessarily the most reliable computer to start off with. And I know everyone is going to say I'm an Apple fanboy, but in my experience, and I've dealt with a lot of other companies, Apple by far offer superior customer service, and they go out of their way to really help you out. That's not to say that another brand isn't going to perform brilliantly. You mentioned the Vio, which is made by Sony. Sony is a very reputable brand and seems to be fairly sort of reliable as well. Dell, again, you do get problems with Dells, but as a whole, they seem very reliable. But certainly, probably out of all the PC manufacturers, I would look at either Sony or Acer or Asus, or Asus, as some people pronounce it. They're all good, reputable manufacturers, and I'm sure will do you proud. So, next question. Wow, this is a hard one. Sean's Macintosh has asked me what printer would I recommend for under £1,000. Well, it depends what you need to be more specific. It depends what you're going to use it for. I can't remember the exact model number of mine. I'm just going to look at it. I've got a Canon Pro 9000 Mark II, which is a really nice inkjet printer. Prints up to A3+ in size. And the reason I went for that one is there was a higher up model, a 9500 Mark II, but that used a lot of extra inks, and I wanted something that produced good quality whilst not costing too much to refill if I need new inks. So the Canon Pixma Pro 9000 Mark II is certainly one I've been really pleased with the results from, and that's way under £1,000. That's about the sort of £400 mark, I think. So great question. It's me, Maverick Blue. Hey Dave, what's your favourite app for the iPhone iPod Touch? Well, I've only got one that I go in. Well, I've actually got two. Actually, I tell a lie. I've got two that I go into every single day. One is the Pulse newsreader, so I use that a lot, and the other one is TweetDeck. I use that on the iPhone and iPod Touch. So great question. Next one is from. Wow, this is an easy one for me to answer, but I will do this one anyway. It's from BizKitBoy0327. Just want to ask you, which is better, the BlackBerry Torch 9800 or the iPhone 4? Now, it's very easy for me to answer, not just because I love Apple products, but the iPhone 4 offers a much more functionality than the BlackBerry Torch 9800. We do also have a BlackBerry Torch 9800 in the house. Another member of my family uses it. It is a very good handset, very well made, like the sliding function, like the touchscreen. But I'm an app person, so I like lots of apps. And so I like the choice I've got on the iOS platform. Taking that original statement back that the iPhone 4 is definitely better, if you're tied up in BlackBerry Mail and you really like the BlackBerry services, then the Torch 9800 is a superb handset. It's just the lack of apps that stops me from choosing that as my own sort of personal choice of mobile phone. I know it probably doesn't help you make a decision, but if you want a more business orientated and BlackBerry Messenger style phone, then obviously the BlackBerry is the only choice you got. If you want something that has all the functionality of the BlackBerry but has that massive choice of apps, then go for the iPhone 4. So thanks very much for that. Next one is from the Forest Burn, and it's about the Nikon D3100. Just got my Nikon D3100, planning on getting a 35mm f1.8 lens. What do you think of it? And in your opinion, does it have any bad points? Well, I absolutely love my 35mm f1.8 lens. I think the only bad points is it's a sort of plasticky construction, so it feels a little bit cheaper than other lenses, but it takes just beautiful pictures, great depth of field, nice fast focus as well, and I really like it. I think the only other thing I would say is if you're ever contemplating going up to a full frame camera, then it is a DX lens, so it's designed for using on crop frame sensors, so it might not necessarily perform brilliantly on a full frame camera if you go that way in the future. But other than that, fantastic lens, really good lens. Next question is from Technom Tiger Geek. It seems that even when you use the wireless mic, the audio is still quite bad, plus maybe due to a crappy mic jack. Well, I take your point, but I try to bring good quality audio. I'm back on my Sennheiser mic today. Maybe it's my voice. Maybe my voice is going croaky because I talk too much. Anyway, my question is, do you like your 60D better than the D5100 in terms of photography and video? Well, I no longer have the 60D. Another member of my family's got that now. In terms of photography quality, both of them I'd say are more equal. Are very equal. The 60D has more sort of colour saturation in the photos. The D5100 seems to produce more natural tones, but with tweaking on both cameras you can make them both look more or less the same really. With regards to video, both of them produce equal quality video in my opinion, but the D5100 does have that benefit of having the continuous autofocus during video. So if you do need that, it doesn't work flawlessly, the continuous autofocus, but if you do need that, it is an added benefit. So next question is from We Rock Games. Great video, Dave. Did you keep your BlackBerry playbook? Short answer, no I didn't. That was sold on to make way for more funds so that I can bring you more gadget reviews. So no, I didn't keep hold of that one. Next question is from Mr. Stephen182. Two questions for you, Dave. What do you think of Google's Chromebooks? And I know you're an Apple fanboy, but are you looking forward to the new OS from HP? Well, I'll answer the HP question first. Looking forward to it a great deal. Really like trying new things, so yeah, I would definitely try and bring some coverage of that. Google's Chromebooks, mixed opinions. I think if they brought them in at a real rock bottom price point, then for what is really an under-featured laptop with an OS and apps that live in the cloud, then I think they would be more popular. As it stands, I just think they've priced them too high. So, but again, I will be looking at bringing coverage of the Google Chromebooks if I can. The next one is from, there's lots and lots of questions. Pacman 101102. Why does jailbreaking void the warranty on an iOS device? Well, correct me if I'm wrong on this. I know there are a lot of people that watch my videos that do jailbreaking. Jailbreaking doesn't actually void the warranty. If you jailbreak and you sort of mess up your device in some way or develops a fault, as long as you can put it back to its original state before you go back to Apple, then you've still got a warranty. It's still perfectly fine. If your device stops functioning altogether and you can't restore it to its original state, then that's when they could possibly argue that something to do with the jailbreak caused it, but it's very doubtful. There was a court case where it was actually cleared that jailbreaking isn't illegal. So to jailbreak your device, you're not breaking the law in any way. You've just got to convince Apple that the jailbreak isn't something to do with the possible hardware fault on your device. So I don't think it voids the warranty. It's just a little bit of a tricky thing to deal with if you can't restore your iPod to its original software. Next one is from, and I'm going to have to rotate my iPad round because I can't see it, is from O Lemanon, or Zero Lemanon. I watched your Dragon Dictate software review on the Geek and Noise channel and I really liked it. Any chance you'll do more software reviews? Definitely. The trouble with software reviews, or not the trouble, but just to explain, when I do a software review it takes a lot longer for me to master the software properly and to bring you proper coverage of it. So time doesn't allow me to do many software reviews, but yeah, in the future you will see more software reviews on the Geek and Noise channel. Next question is from, this is an awesome question actually, Retro Manification. Love the username, by the way. Hi Dave, how many reviews do you record a day? It really depends on the products. I do it two ways. The first way is I will test roughly, say, between 8 and 12 products over a period of 2 to 3 weeks. Possibly longer, depends how long the companies leave the products with me. And then on a Monday or a Tuesday, I'll spend probably about 4 to 6 hours of the day recording, making sure I've got all the footage that I need, doing close-ups, and then once I've done that recording session, then the following day I edit either some or all of the videos, and that enables me to bring you a video every single day. Now I mentioned there is a second way I do videos, and that is when I get a product in that needs early coverage. So I might get a brand new mobile phone in and I'll bring you an unboxing. I'll record the unboxing, edit it and put it straight up on the channel. Or I might get a mobile phone in, do the unboxing, and then about sort of 3 to 5 days later I want to do an update video, just my opinion, and then maybe 2 to 3 days after that I might want to do the full review. So normally I record those, edit them, and they go up either the same day or the following day. So I hope that answers your question. It's a really good question, so thank you for asking that. Next one is from WN Globe, and this is the last one that I received via the comments on the last video. What do you think of jailbreaking, and which one's better, Xbox 360 or PS3? Jailbreaking I think is fine if you're talking about iOS devices. It brings a lot of customization to the devices that you couldn't normally do. So yeah, I think it's a good thing. If you're into that sort of thing, why not? Give your device some extra functionality, and maybe Apple and other companies like that sit up and take note of all the tweaks that have been done and incorporate them into future versions as well. Your Xbox 360 or PS3 question, I normally put that sort of question down to which controller I like better. I know that sounds really lame, but I prefer the PS3 controllers. I just find them more comfortable to use. I think the graphics are very comparable between consoles. With regards to the online, the Xbox Live does seem to be a lot better than the PlayStation Network. It seems to offer a better experience, but they're very, very equal. Very equal. So anyway, I'm going to move on to some questions that I received via my iPhone application. So these have come through to me as emails. So let me just give me 20 seconds just to read this first one. Yeah, this is interesting. This is very interesting question. Now this one is from Garrett. Hey Dave, love the videos and keep up the good work. I've started to notice lately that all Apple products I've been buying for the past couple of years have slowly but surely been reducing the amount of accessories that come in all the products. I know this might be to do with the slipping economy, but I still think if I'm paying $800 for an iPad or $2,000 for an iMac, I should get more in the box. This is actually very true. Apple used to, for example, include the little remotes with a lot of their products, and now you have to buy that as an additional accessory. And I know in some of the iOS devices you used to get like docks or chargers, and now you don't. You just get like the USB cable, for example. I think it's got to do with two things. One, yeah, the slipping economy means they can include less things, and also I personally think it's to do with their popularity. As Apple have got more popular and everyone wants their devices, why should they include everything in the box if they know they can sell it as an after sale? So more fool us really for buying them and then spending extra money afterwards. But I think they've got very popular and they know that they can get away with it. So that's my opinion on that one anyway. So great question. So next question is from Ben. I was wondering if you could get a Canon 600D for review. Sorry to disappoint you, Ben, but I won't be reviewing that particular model. Next one is from Mark. Any news on the iPhone 4GS or iPhone 5? Keep your eyes peeled. You're probably going to get an announcement within the next sort of couple of weeks, and then I would anticipate that around September time we will see the new device. Next question is from Rashid. I would just like to know, does Apple pay you for bigging up their products? If so, how much? It's just that I may also consider licking some crack. Maybe Google's, I don't know. And people say it's funny when I answer these sort of questions. Apple and none of the companies that provide me with products actually pay me to do the reviews, and I can say that absolutely categorically that I don't accept any payment at all. That's really funny, but I understand why you might think that, because I always praise the Apple products and I can't help it, but I use Apple products and I love the way they work. I've got an iPad here and I absolutely love it. I've got an iPhone 4 and I love it. Yes, I can pick faults up in them. I can see ways that they could be improved. I've talked at a great length about the iPhone 4 and the current iOS software and how they can improve things with better sort of status notifications and multitasking. So I never say they're without fault, but I love Apple products. So I'm not going to stop the way I speak about them. I love Apple products, but then I also love the camera I'm recording this on. So big up to Panasonic. Their SD700 is absolutely fantastic. But they're not paying me to say that. I just purchased this probably about a year ago now, and I think it's the best camcorder I've ever owned. So there you go. I hope that answers your question, but categorically no, Apple doesn't pay me. But really funny question, and it made me smile as well. Next one is from Jared. What is your favourite Apple product and why? Well, I would say I've got two favourites. I'm really sorry. I can't nail it down to one. The first favourite Apple product I've probably got is my Mac Pro, and that's because it allows me to do all my editing really quickly, efficiently, and I enjoy the creativity process while I'm using it. So really love my Mac Pro. And then my second one is probably the iPad 2. I was going to say, I can't make up my mind. I was going to say iPhone 4. I changed last minute to iPad 2. And the reason probably that this is my favourite at the moment is because it seems to allow me to get so much more done. So I can check emails in the evening while I'm sort of sitting casually. I can do the Q&A sessions nicely holding the iPad. I can take it with me to browse the internet. So I really like the iPad 2. So great question. Next question is again from Jared. Jared sent quite a few questions, so Jared, I'm just going to take this one because time is running short. How do you get guest reviewers on your channel? Well, it's a very simple process. All you need to do is send me an email, geekanoids@gmail.com. give me a link to your current videos. I'll have a look through them. If I think we've got a good match and that you could add something to my channel, I love doing collaborative videos. So if I think we can work together, I'll get in touch. I'll always give you a yes or no answer anyway, so you don't keep hanging on. But that's how you do it. Just pop me an email. Next question is from Amit. Hey Dave, I'm looking for a new office desk for my room. Do you have any recommendations? Well, I went through lots of different desks. I tried glass desks, I tried these metal ones as well. And the desks that you can see behind you, these were so cheap. I got them from IKEA, and it's just there, they do these tabletops and legs. So I got these height adjustable legs, the sort of grey legs you can just see underneath, and then the big thick white tabletops. I think the tabletops were about sort of £11 each. I bought 2 of those, so £22. I think the legs were about £3 or £4 each. And all I did was, instead of just buying 4 legs, 1 for each corner, I bought an extra leg for each tabletop to go in the middle at the back, and then that gives extra support in the middle, so that if I put heavy weights down, at least the tabletops don't bow in the middle. All from IKEA, and I just like them. The tabletops are so cheap, so that if I ever find that I've damaged one, or they get marked, or they look old and tatty, another £11 or £12, just put another tabletop on, job done. So that's my recommendation for you. And the other advantage, sorry to go on about this one, is that you can configure the different lengths of tabletops in different shapes and configurations, so it gives you a bit of flexibility as well. Next one is from, actually the last question of this Q&A session is from Media Swift. What do you think of plasma TV? I think they're much better than LED and LCD because of the black levels, contrast and colour. The new Panasonics have anti-glare screen and has Pioneer technology inside them. I own a Panasonic VT20 65-inch plasma. That is an awesome telly. You know what? I love all of the technologies. I think it's a personal preference. I think for gaming, and correct me if you think I'm wrong, but this is my personal opinion. LCD or LED TVs I think are better for gaming. They've got more definition to them, I think. Plasma TVs are more better for if you're watching movies, and I think that's because they give a more natural picture. They do give better blacks as well, so you're going to get a deeper black instead of a sort of greyish black on an LCD or an LED. So they've both got their own purposes. I've got an LED backlit television, absolutely love it. Prior to that I had another LCD TV, and prior to that I had a plasma. So I think the only thing with the plasma that I had years and years ago was it did suffer from screen burn. I'm pretty sure they've eradicated some of those problems now. But yeah, and you've got a great TV there. Absolutely love Panasonic plasma TVs. So thank you for all of your questions. That concludes this Q&A session, and I'm going to just remind you that if you want to ask questions for the next Q&A, then please do leave a comment in this video, or you can send me an email, geekanoids@gmail.com, and just put in the subject line Q&A session, or you can grab my iPhone or iPad application and send me a question via the application. Please do subscribe to this channel. There's a little subscribe button just above this video. If you hit that subscribe button, you won't miss out on any of my future videos. Thank you so much for posing your questions. I really enjoy answering them, actually, because it just gives me a chance to connect with you, and I just love talking about technology. So thanks for tuning in, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again in the next Q&A.